What is the purpose of this new credit tracker project and why did we decide to launch it now?
Well, this has been a really extraordinary year for Chinese credit. Beijing has really moved to clamp down on risks, as you mentioned, in the market, and that's presenting a whole new set of challenges for investors. We're really seeing the idea of too big to fail no longer being a winning strategy. And so the tracker really aims to show and shed light on some of the riskier corners of China's corporate bond market, and to really start and place in historical context how well this sort of incredible high-wire act that Beijing is looking to increase defaults. They're hitting a record pace again this year, but at the same time stave off this threat of contagion risk.
So what types of metrics does it look at?
Well, we look at a range of different metrics to kind of create this heat map that shows us stress across time. That ranges from the face value of defaults in China, yields on junk bonds, and we place these in this sort of historical context compared to previous months to see, whether or not China's market is showing resilience, or whether and where these sort of risks and threats are starting to emerge.
So why is China allowing defaults to rise at this record pace now?
Yeah, we've really seen Beijing moving to clamp down on financial risk, and not just in the credit markets, of course, also in the tech sector, in the education sector. But really, when it comes to credit, of course, what we've seen is this extraordinary and explosive growth of China's credit market, the second largest credit market in the world. And what we've seen that allow to happen is firms that have had kind of unadulterated access to credit to build and expand in quite a reckless way. And so really what we're seeing this year is this move to try and curb moral hazard, to try and change the way fundamentally that investors are viewing the market, and also to introduce more discipline for companies themselves, to allow companies that are failing, companies whose businesses are struggling, to fail.